The way I look at it is we need the intelligence, we need information sharing, we need to connect the dots. Every one of these cases, and I guarantee you're going to see it in this one as well, the shooter had warning signs along the way. We just didn't respond or pick it up. So in my judgment, we could create a system. I introduced a bill that we could take public information on the internet, have an algorithm to stop the threat before it happens. That is a smart approach rather than, violating Second Amendment rights.
Mass surveillance is the solution to gun violence, not say less guns. Dan, do you think that that's a solid plan?
It's maddening because it's not just mass surveillance, it's surveillance capitalism. Like, we have to put this in the context of this is putting money in the pockets of people who support politicians like Representative McCaul, right? Like, this reminds me of how, ICE is starting to leverage not just the license plate data of people who are crossing through the border, but they're just, privately buying license plate data from different companies who happen to run ticketing or like parking places around the country. So they're taking just like American citizens' data and harvesting and logging where they're going in and where they're driving. So you can make money around that. It just continues and builds on top of itself. And at the end of the day, it makes me angry because these people who love and protect the Second Amendment, like, listen, I love shooting guns as much as the next person, like in ranges, like in pure sport, like not in that whole like sort of like broader fetishization of guns context that a lot of Americans have. But they always love to protect the Second Amendment so strongly and so purely. They're willing to throw all the other amendments away. Like, oh, we'll watch the First Amendment and see what people are saying online, and then we'll break into people's like rights to privacy and property till like now we know what they're saying and we can predict crimes before they're actually happening. Like, there's certain things about, my last point here is like, there's a certain thing to be said about we need to be more careful about tracking when people have mental illness checks or things where they might be buying a lot of guns and also reporting a lot of mental health episodes. Like, those are things we should be tracking, but not this kind of stuff he's talking about. It's just another cop out to give the gun lobby and surveillance capitalists more money.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. They don't have any problems like stomping all over people's 14th Amendment rights as long as they can protect people's Second Amendment rights. And honestly, if you ask most of these Republican politicians to name, I don't know, the 11th Amendment, these constitutional Republicans, I promise you, almost all of them have no idea what the 11th Amendment is, which is fine if you're just a normal person who doesn't call yourself a Constitution defender. But for these Republicans, it's a little bit hypocritical.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.